Welcome back, everybody. We're here to pull cards for Sagittarius starting the week of May 29th through June the 4th. We are going to start with Monday and go through Sunday. One of your cards just flipped right out, so we're just going to go ahead and put that down, and then we're going to keep on shuffling until it feels right. Let's see here. So, this is a general reading, which means that it may not apply to every single person. And I am getting a little bit more specific on these weeklies than what I used to. So that may kind of make it a little bit more difficult for it to apply to every single person as well. But let's just see how it goes. Let's just see. I'm really enjoying doing these with a little bit more clarification than what I used to. All right, Sagittarius. Monday's card for you shows up as the Empress in reverse. Now, the Empress in reverse is telling me that on Monday you could be manifesting exactly the opposite of what you want. And how that happens is that we've spent some time and we've got some momentum with focusing on something we feel anxious about, or that we would not like to have happen, or that we don't like flat out. And by putting that energy and effort there, we end up manifesting it into our lives in spite of ourselves. Well, really because of ourselves, but in spite of the fact that we don't want it. So, if you see this ahead of time, try to turn that momentum around. If you catch yourself focusing on something that, you really don't want to manifest in your life, try to think about something different. You don't have to think about what you would like instead, but at least something different, something that makes you happy. That way, you sort of neutralize a little bit some of that negative momentum and you start working with positive momentum that allows you to bring more positive things into your life. And it may even neutralize that. So, just depending how much momentum you've built up in the negative direction. Let's see what this has to do with. There's a lot of chatter and worry around work or around some type of situation with the government. So, no worry, no chatter. Stop that. Stop that. Think about other things. Don't allow yourself the time to worry. Distract yourself with other things so that you don't catch yourself worrying here. Okay. Now, let's look at Tuesday, Sagittarius. Here we have the Four of Wands showing up on Tuesday. Four of Wands just tells me that there's somebody coming into the nest. You could be traveling to a place that feels like a second home or what used to be home, someplace that feels like home to you. Or you could have other people traveling to you and coming into your nest, but there's definitely something going on as far as the nest. This can also be about work. You could be, if you feel like work is kind of a home base, you could be away from your home base, or somebody else could actually be away from the home base. Maybe somebody isn't at work because they're on a business trip or they're on vacation. That could be as well. And they could be going into somebody else's nest, their old nest. But more likely, you probably have somebody, if this is not you, having people come into your nest or you going into a place that feels like a nest, this could be that somebody is coming into your workspace that feels like home base as well. So it could be a new person in the workspace, could be a new baby that you're bringing home for some of you. Let's take a peek and see what kind of clarifications we have. Hmm. Well, this is definitely a woman, and there's a lot of talk about the idea of coming into the nest. So this could be that you're pregnant and expecting, or somebody in your sphere of influence is pregnant and expecting, and talking about this idea of bringing a new baby home. Or there could just be a lot of talk about, if somebody is coming into your home, there could be a lot of talk and planning when it comes to that, or vice versa if you're going to somebody else's. So we really don't have a point of direction there, but we know that there's a lot of talk about it, which tells me you're going to know exactly what I'm talking about whenever I'm making this reading. All right, so Sagittarius, on Wednesday, we have the devil showing up. The devil very well could be a Capricorn person. We'll have to wait and see. But also, it could be about something toxic going on. To me, a lot of times, this devil lately has started talking to me about somebody who is very stubborn. Could be, toxically stubborn, like, cut their nose off to spite their face type of stubborn. But we'll see. Let's look at what this has to do with. This is interesting with the lilies and the decision card. This is somebody who is probably a family member who is making a decision that impacts you, and they may not be consulting you on that decision. That may not work out so well for you, and it may not work out so well for them. Because I don't think you're gonna be letting that fly. Just saying, Sagittarius. You guys are natural leaders too, so somebody else trying to make a decision for you, that's walking on thin ice. All right, let's look at Thursday. Four of coins in reverse. You're spending some money on something, taking money out of stash, or if you have something else stashed away, you may be taking it out now. You could be using it for exactly what you had planned on using it for when you stashed it away, or there could have been something that came up that just made you glad that you had stashed it away. And after you take care of whatever this is, it'll be back to the drawing board about saving up for whatever it was that you wanted. Let's see where this money is going. Give me a hint about where this money is going, please, or an idea about where this money is going that they're taking out of stash, or whatever this material object is that they're taking out of their stash. Where is this going to? Interesting. We have the dog and the mice showing up here. So I think this is going to somebody who is a friend, but maybe not, the friendship is not as strong as it used to be. So you may be trying to help somebody who, you've considered them a friend. Maybe you've been a long-term friend, a long-time friend, and now lately you're feeling like, that bond isn't there like it used to be. Not that it's gone. You're not angry at this person or anything, but life has just sent you in different directions. Next, we're looking at Friday. Queen of Swords showing up for you Friday in reverse. This is a card that very clearly says to me, I am cutting somebody out. I am not communicating with them unless I absolutely have to. Absolutely have to cases are like if I work with that person or if I have to co-parent with that person, something like that, then there's going to be communication, but it's going to be minimal. The very least amount of communication you can do with that person. There's something going on where you're cutting communication with someone. We're going to look at what has been the trigger to cause Sagittarius to minimize communication or maybe even cut out completely communication with somebody. What was the trigger here? Sagittarius. This is interesting because it talks about somebody that you really care about that has a lot of insecurities. And I feel like their insecurities in the way that they chose to express them was what made you decide that you had to cut them out. I think they worried you, actually. You may even be getting, what do they call that? Whenever you get, a court order to have this person stay away from you. You may be getting that because it looks to me like you're a little worried about this person. This could be a super toxic situation for some of you. Now, let's look at Saturday and Sunday. Saturday, we have the hanged man lounging around, not doing much, being lazy. Although lazy is a four-letter word, I don't really like that word actually because most of us, whenever we're not doing anything, it's because we need some rejuvenation time. We just need some time to breathe. Life can get pretty hectic sometimes. Sometimes breathing gets left behind. So, taking some time to just decompress on Saturday. And then on Sunday, Ace of Swords showing up in reverse. I think you're passing along good advice to somebody in your sphere of influence on Sunday. Some of you Sagittarians could be doing some kind of public speaking on Sunday. I would be surprised if any of you are preachers that are actually watching this, reverends, priests, whatever the official word would be, but some kind of public speaking. And for others of you, you could be doing something like teaching a little one how to tie their shoe. It doesn't have to be a big public thing that you're passing along good advice at. This could be something private and at home. But passing along good advice or information today is what shows up as your theme. Let's see what this advice or information is about. What is this advice or information about for Sagittarius on Sunday? You know, I didn't clarify Saturday. I don't feel like I need to clarify Saturday. It's decompress time. Ba-ba-da-da. This is interesting. Hmm. So, a lot of you have a female friend or a female in your life, let's say, on Sunday that's having some kind of difficulties or resistance, and you're passing along good ideas to this person about how to come through this situation in a successful way. We like that. All right, guys. Well, that's what I've got for the week. Thank you for spending some of your precious time with me. I do appreciate it. Remember, I don't peddle anything crazy on the channel, which means that you guys are my wonderful sponsors. So please remember to put a thumbs up, share this video out to the public, and put comments down below so YouTube knows that this is a video worth serving to other people. I am going to be doing readings for people this week, either on the phone or online. So if you need a reading, feel free to get a hold of me. All my contact information is on the website above. And just reach out and we'll get you scheduled and taken care of. Quick, quick, quick. I'm not a big believer in a waiting list, so I try to get you taken care of fast. Everybody have a fantastic week. Peace out.